Hello guys, KP Shamino here with my last guide for my leveling guides. And I'm now level 73 and this is going to be the guide for mapping. So I just did 3 maps and I'm going to give you guys an overview for things that you need to watch. So it's most of the time just the same for everybody on every build. But you are going to enter now the end game, and you cannot go to the end game just blind because you're going to die a lot of times. So there are some very good points that you need to watch. So I write all the things here on my paper. So first I'm going to talk about resistance. So in the previous video I said that you guys need to build up your resistance. Now you need to cap it. So if you don't cap it before you go to maps, you will die in an instant on like magic schools. So the cap here is 75%, so you guys can see that I'm nicely capped now. Chaos resistance you cap a little bit later, because it's a lot harder to get it. But try to get it as high as possible to chaos resistance, because it's needed, because otherwise you're going to die sometimes on certain creatures very fast. So that's the first thing. What is the easiest way to cap your resistance? Because I know a lot of people don't have the currency. So what I do is I always go first for the belts. Why? Because they are very cheap. So you can get easily this belt. I bought it now for 1 chaos. It got 3 very high resistance node, a little bit of life, and that's it. So therefore it's the easiest one. Don't try to buy an amulet with a lot of resistance, because it's going to be very expensive. So get a belt, very cheap, try to get it. The same for the helmet. A helmet is not a lot of money either, so just with the 3 resistance, and that is the easiest way to get it. So if you started and you see your resistance is not high enough, buy a helmet and buy a belt, and most of the time you're capped by that moment. So the next point, what is very important, we transformed the build to crit now. And one of the most important things, and a lot of people forget that, is the hit chance. So if you go here to offensive and you see the hit chance is now 99%. Why does that have to be very high? Very simple. If you got 50% hit chance, one of the 2 hits are going to miss. And you will lose a lot of damage. So probably you're not going to be hit capped already. So I'm going to show you guys 2 nodes that you can take for now. Later on you can just get rid of them. That's this node. So it's going to boost accuracy, because accuracy is going to give you more hit. So take it for now, this node. If you're not yet around 90%, take those 3 nodes here too. Because we are waiting now for the cluster jewels to get them. Therefore you guys see that I got still skill points available. So you can take it a little bit later if your gear gets better and you got accuracy on your gear. You will not need anymore those 5 nodes here. So Eagle Eye and Versatility. Another thing that I did, you guys can see it, I took this one too, Spine Cruncher. I took this one, Swift Skewering. So in the end build this is going to be away, but just take it. You need to use some regals a little bit later, but you need the DPS to get to the mapping. Now I went of course to the crit nodes too. Dismembering here, then Resolute Techniques is of course gone. And Disemboweling, one of the best that you can take. So you guys can see it here. This is now the build at level 73. For the jewels, take a jewel that got Life Leech too. Because the Life Leech is on the cluster jewels, but we don't have them yet. Why we don't have them yet? Because Overlord is a gem, a cluster jewel that you will not see a lot. There are now 8 on the Ritual League. They will cost around 1 to 2 exalted, so it's going to be later in the game. Is it needed? No, it's not really needed. So it's just to make the build a little bit stronger, but later on the game, it's late end game that you will buy it. Therefore, we are just going to play around with the points, because you got the points already now, why not spend them? Because I still have 4 refund points, and I already used I think 50 of them, and I never used a regal. So you guys can see here, I just put some jewels in it. Not a lot. I cannot say a lot about it. I just found them. Attack speed is good, physical damage is good, critical multiplier is good, and critical strike is very good too. I got here increased attack speed with the shield too, because we got now the shield. So this is the build. You will find the path of building on the website too, if you guys want to check it out. But that's a little bit what you need to do. Be sure that you do the Ascendancy, so the third Labyrinth, that's the Merciless, I think, or Cruel. And now we got this. So I did it the way around. So I first took the shield and the one-handed mace, and then I took the 5 notes to get my accuracy up, and then I did the third lap. It was a lot easier with the shield. And then you take this one, and on this moment you guys can see it, plus 500 to accuracy, increased attack speed per 150 accuracy rating, gain accuracy rating equal to twice your strength. This is the hit capper. But I did it before I got this. Therefore I'm saying it to you guys, that you got hit cap 2 if you do the third Labyrinth. Yeah, this is the third one. And then the last one is going to be this one. But yeah, that's a little bit later. That's Uber Lab. And if you guys are now on this moment, I think that you can do everything. So that's the passive tree at the moment. So be sure that you got a life leech. Be sure that you got enough hit. Be sure that you got enough resistance. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about the stuff. So I bought this one. It was an investment. It was 8 Chaos. It's 300 TPS physical damage. So I didn't look to the crit one, just go physical damage, because if you want to pay one that got a crit chance on it, you need to pay a little bit more. But that's for the later game, so now we are just going to start, and the investment need to be very low. Then we got the shield. So this was very cheap, because nobody is using it, because I don't think there are a lot of people that know how strong this is. So we got now the second wind here with the cries, the second wind here with the other 2 cries. Then on the boots I got Pride. Enlighten, I cannot yet buy it, but I already got a socket, because it's 14 Chaos. So I still need to buy it, because yeah, you need to have currency, and then the mana usage reservation is going down. I got the belt, I already showed you guys it. I got Leap Slam on Blood Magic, of course. Then here is my cast when damage taken with Molten Shell, Val Molten Shell, and Blood Race. I was really lucky that I got the Tabula on the ritual. So I can already have a 6 link. So the 6 link now is Earthshatter, is Ruthless, is Shockwave support, is melee physical damage, brutality, and fortify support. If you don't have it, just go 5 links. Get the Shockwave out of it and just 5 link it until you got access to a 6 link. Therefore, I still got my old chest over here to show you guys it. Tabula Rasa is very good because it got 6 link. But there is one big problem, there are no mods on it. So it's good to start mapping, but later on we need to go to a 6 link with life, with armor, with 1 extra curse, of course, with resistance. But now it's very good. Another thing that I bought is this. Very important before you start mapping, get your life flask that removes bleeding. Otherwise you're going to have so many deaths. So be sure that you get it. You can already buy the diamond flask too. If you were very lucky with the currency drops, buy Lion's Roar, of course, too, because that's the biggest boost in the build. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to check a little bit my my paper here. I said everything to you guys, so that's a little bit what you need to do. So a really quick recap: resistance, belt, helm, hit 90%. The passives, I just showed you guys it. Buy the one-handed mace, blood flask. Be sure that you got 3000 above HP. Very important, I almost forget it. Cluster jewels are for later in the game. So now it's time to show you guys a little bit to play. So I got here now a wharf map. Be sure that you always at the start put a transmutation on it. Most of the time you got a shitload of them. Why is that? Because on the Atlas you need to do like the bonus. So if you hover over a map, you can see kill boss of magic or higher version of this map, and then you get points. And with those points, you guys can see it. I got now already 4 points. because I did 4 bonuses on 4 maps. 4% chance for maps to drop 1 tier higher. That's really good. If you go to the yellows, of course you need alchemy it. Otherwise it's not going to work. If you go even higher, you need to Val it with the Val orb. But at the start, always put a transmutation on it. Always do magic, that you got the bonus. Therefore I went right away with the magic one, transmutation on it. And we are going to play it so you guys can see how it works. So let's activate it. So I'm going to talk now a little bit. Now you can use Pride. And you can use Blood and Sands, of course. Yeah, I misclicked it. So let's do this one. Yeah, we need to wait now a little bit for the mana to recover. And you can use this one. If you feel that you're squeezing and you're dying a lot, don't take the Blood stance here, because Flesh and Stone got something very good. Nearby enemies are blinded while in Sand stance. So stay in Sand stance. The blinded is really good. So it's just going to blind those guys and they cannot hit you. So I always do it at the start. I always take Sand stance before I use Blood stance, until my defenses are a little bit higher. So that's a little tip that I want to give you guys. So now we are going to play it, and you guys will already see that just to start mapping, it's already very good. So here it is. So you guys can see the yellows, they are still a little bit tricky, because we still need to have vulnerability and assassin mark on the rings. But that's a little bit later. That's the spending currency. But you guys can see, therefore the build is so good. I just invested maybe 15 cows and I'm not going to die. If I watch it a little bit, I'm not going to die. And the speed is really decent too. You guys can see it. For just mapping, I think there are a lot of guys that come in mapping and are going to be a lot in trouble. But therefore, this is so good. The guys that are the summoners here, they take a little bit longer. But that's always the case, because they got a little bit more HP. But you can see it. It goes really easy. And yeah, I cannot show you guys more than this. Maybe we can try to do the boss here. Here is a creature. They are a little bit stronger too, but there it goes.
We will be best friends, Beast, until we slaughter you.
You can see it, and the AOE is very big too. Therefore, Earthshatter is a very good spell. Was one of the best walkthroughs or leveling that I did with the spell. I think it's very good. I'm happy that they didn't nerf it too hard, because I was a little bit afraid for it. But yeah, that's really good. So you guys can see it. Yeah, I'm now doing this map is level 69 or something, I think, and there is a beast again. This is going to take a little bit. But yeah, you can practical camp if you want. Sometimes you need to watch it a little bit that you run away. And I'm already thinking that I'm doing high maps at the moment. But I'm not doing high maps at the moment. And I'm just doing it start. So I need to pick up the orbs. Because it's just, yeah, if you get used to always high mapping, you leave all this shit away, alone. But of course, pick it up, because you still need it. So we are going to do now a ritual. So I'm going to put my war sheaf out, because you need to watch it with those rituals. Sometimes they are not that easy, because there are sometimes some enemies that yeah, they hit really hard. Now we are going to do the Val as central war sheaf. If you are in trouble, you still can use the Molten Shell too. The Val Molten Shell. So that are the layers that you need to use if you come across a very big boss. So let's have a look. I'm not sure why this is for, but I think for the new Atlas. So I always pick it up, the splinters. And here is something maybe good. No, it's not good. So that's how I got my tabula. It was over here. I just took differ item, and then a little bit later I just picked it up. So let's have a look that we can get the boss here somewhere. I'm not sure where he is. Here is another ritual. Ah, here is the boss. Is this the boss? Yeah, this is the boss. So let's have a look. So you guys can see it. What did I do? Intimidating Cry. You hit them until all the exerted are gone. Then you use a War Cry, and that's how you can do so much single target. Because you guys saw, I just deleted this boss. So it took some time, and therefore it's very good too. So you got a lot of AoE, and you got a lot of single target. So thanks for watching, guys. That was the last video. I hope to see you guys in the next league. If you got a question, just ask it on the website or under the video. I'm very happy because I got a couple of guys that were very happy that I did the videos, how you need to level. For new players, it's very important. So that makes me happy. If I can make 1-2 people happy just with doing a video, I'm happy too. So I see you guys next league. Have fun with this league and have fun with the build. And thanks for playing my build. And yeah, bye-bye.